Hello, Matujima, and you're watching Northeast Express on HornbillTV. Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated the people of Nagaland as the Hornbill Festival celebrates its 25th anniversary. Highlighting the festival's focus on waste management and sustainability this year, the Prime Minister encouraged citizens to visit and experience the vibrant Naga culture. Recalling his own visit to the festival, PM Modi shared his sentiments on the social media platform X. A key highlight of this year's festival is a cross-cultural musical collaboration under the banner of Wales in India 2024. Welsh folk musicians Matthias and Garrett Manolo will perform alongside Naga artists Sievino Chuzo and Khasi artist Benedict Siamang Hainetwa, blending traditional Welsh and Naga music. This initiative underscores the cultural partnership between Wales and Nagaland, facilitated by the British Council and supported by the Welsh Government, Wales Arts International and the Indian Wales Culture Fund. The collaboration was formalized during a visit by Nagaland Chief Minister Manipur to Wales in October. In addition to musical performances, the festival features discussions on the intersections of culture, art and education, fostering deeper cultural exchange between India and the UK. In a major decision, the government of Assam has decided to ban the consumption of beef in public places and hotels and restaurants. No beef will be allowed at public functions as well. The decision was made during a cabinet meeting chaired by Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma virtually from the conference hall of Assam House on Wednesday. The Chief Minister said that the decision to ban beef in public places and hotels and restaurants will further strengthen the Assam Cattle Preservation Act 2021.
असम में हमें गो हत्या को निश्चित करने के लिए कानून लाया थे। ये 3 साल हो गया, उससे हमें काफी सफलता हम मिला हूँ। लेकिन अभी आगे जाके हम ये निर्णय किया हूँ कि असम में गो मांस कोई भी रेस्टोरेंट और होटल में सर्व नहीं होगा और साथ में कोई पब्लिक फंक्शन में भी या पब्लिक प्लेस में भी ये सर्व नहीं किया जाएगा। सो ये हमने कंप्लीटली होटल, रेस्टोरेंट और पब्लिक प्लेस में बीफ को हमें कंजम्पशन ऑफ बीफ मांस को खाना हमने आज से बंद करने का निर्णय लिया। पहले हमारा ये निर्णय था कि मंदिर का 5 किलोमीटर तक, लेकिन ये अभी हम पूरा स्टेट में एक्सपांड कर दिया हूं कि कोई भी कम्युनिटी प्लेस में, पब्लिक प्लेस में, होटल में, रेस्टोरेंट में आप इसको खा नहीं पाएगा। तो ये हमारा जो हमने शुरू किया था 3 साल आगे, इसको आज हम थोड़ा और एक कदम आगे बढ़ा के लेके गए।
Meanwhile, Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi, while commenting on beef ban, said that the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, has come up with this conspiracy just to hide the defeat and shameful loss of PJP under him in Jharkhand.
भाजपा की हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा के नेतृत्व में एक शर्मनाक हार हुई है, जिसका जिम्मेवार भाजपा के राज्य के नेता नहीं या शिवराज सिंह चौहान नहीं, सिर्फ हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी हैं। क्योंकि झारखंड के चुनावों में ना राज्यों के नेताओं को तवज्जो दिया गया, ना शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी को तवज्जो दिया गया, और कहीं सुनने में आया है कि पार्टी का पैसा भी बहुत खर्च हो गया है। तो अपनी इस पूरी विफलता और शर्मनाक हार को छुपाने के लिए आज ये साजिश करी जा रही है। लेकिन मेरा पूरा विश्वास है कि जिस प्रकार से झारखंड की जनता ने घुसपैठी और नफरत की राजनीति को पराजित किया, वैसे ही आने वाले चुनाव में असम के लोगों में एक ये उत्साह है कि वो हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा के भ्रष्ट सरकार के कारनामों को दंड देगी।
2 persons were apprehended by the Silchar Sadar police team on Wednesday evening for possessing fake Indian currency notes, FICN. According to report, the accused Muhammad Akbar Ali Majumdar and Muhammad Maidul Islam Lashkar were arrested from Sonabari Cut bypass on the outskirts of Silchar in Kachar district of Assam. During a thorough search, 181 numbers of rupees 500 fake Indian currency notes totaling 90,500 were recovered from their possession. Accordingly, the recovered fake notes were seized in presence of neutral witnesses, and further investigation into the matter is on, informed SP Kachar Numal Mahatta. As progress continues on the Tiprasa Accord between the Government of India and the Tripura Motor Party, TMP and other PJPLI in Tripura, the Indigenous People's Front of Tripura, IPFT reiterated its demand for a separate state. The IPFT, which first raised the demand for Tripura land in 2009, held a large rally at the TTAADC headquarters on Wednesday, calling for the creation of a separate state under Article 2 and 3 of the Indian Constitution. Speaking at the rally, IPFT Working President and former Minister Prem Kumar Riang emphasized that the party's core demand for a separate state covering the jurisdiction of the Tripura Tribal Areas Autonomous District Council TTAADC remains unchanged. Once a major political force in the state, the IPFT has seen its influence wane due to the rise of the Tripura Motor Party. After the 2018 elections, where the IPFT secured 7 seats, TMP's call for greater Tripura land resonated more with voters, causing a shift in IPFT's support base to TMP. The rally coincided with the ongoing talks between Tripura Motor Party leaders and the government over the Tiprasa Accord. TMP's founder, Prajot Kishore Debraman, confirmed the talks were progressing positively with discussions on issues like the establishment of a central university and the strengthening of the ADC. At the rally, Riang also reiterated the IPFT's demand for the passage of the 125th Constitutional Amendment Bill and the implementation of promises made by the PJP-IPFT government in 2018, including converting the TTAADC into the Tripura Territorial Council with greater powers.
পার্টি আইপিএফটির রাজ্যভিত্তিক সমাবেশ আমাদের এই মিছিলের মূল উদ্দেশ্য হচ্ছে আমাদের ধারাবাহিকভাবে প্রত্যেক বছর আমরা এইভাবে ডিসেম্বর মাসে আমাদের প্রোগ্রাম আছে। গত বছর হয়েছে আমাদের কুমলুং 13 তারিখ ডিসেম্বর, এর আগের বছর হয়েছে আপনার আমবাসা, এইবার 2024 হয়েছে আমরা কুমলুং। যেটা আমাদের একটাই দাবি, আইপিএফটি তো আপনারা সবাই জানেন, আজকের নতুন বিষয় না, আমাদের দাবি একটাই সাংবিধানিক দাবি যে এডিসি এলাকাকে নিয়ে একটি পৃথক রাজ্য। তার সঙ্গে আজকে আমাদের মূলত আরও দাবি থাকবে যে বিগত
যতন সাইমানো 2009 ইসমি তাবুক সুজরা লাগাতার আইপিএফটি পলিটিক্যাল পার্টি ভারতনি সংবিধাননি 2 এবং 3 নং ধারা অনুসারে এডিসি এলাকা নতুয়ে ত্রিপুরাল্যান্ড রাজ্য গঠন খালাইনানি বাগৈ দাবি খালাই 2009 ইসমি তিনি সেক্টরা লাগাতার দিল্লিনি হোম মিনিস্টার प्राइम मिनिस्टार ने आरोबो जों डेपुटेशन रिउई सिनि मेमोरेन्डाम साबमिट खालायफायो आरो दिनै जों नरक जतन साइमानो ताबु उइन्टार सेसन चलि दङ सिनि पार्लामेन्टआव।
The Ministry of Home Affairs MHA on latest Gazette notification of Wednesday extended the deadline for the 3-member Judicial Inquiry Commission report of probing the ongoing violence in Manipur and asked it to submit a report as soon as possible but not later than May 20, 2025. The Commission of Inquiry, headed by former Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court Ajay Lamba and 2 other members, retired IAS officer Himanshu Shekhar Das and retired IPS officer Aloka Prabhakar, was set up on June 4, 2023. The commission mandated to make inquiry with respect of the causes and spread of the violence and riots targeting members of different communities, which began in Manipur on May 3, 2023. This is the second time the MHA has extended the time bound of the report. Last time on November 20, 2023, the MHA gave the commission until November 20, 2024 to submit its report with a direction to the Commission to submit its report within 6 months from the first date of its full sitting. According to the terms, the Commission of Inquiry would probe the sequence of events leading to violence and investigate whether there were any lapses or dereliction of duty on the part of any of the responsible authorities and adequacy measures taken to prevent and to deal with the violence and riots. The Commission should also look into the complaints or allegations that may be made before it by any individual or association or authorities. The Commission's original deadline was 6 months from its first sitting, but it was extended to November 20 of last year and again till May 20, 2025. The 48-hour total shutdown imposed by civil society organizations of Cedar Hills, Kangkokpi have been strictly enforced across the entire Kangkokpi district since midnight on December 3. All shops and markets remain completely closed throughout the day, disrupting normal life in the district. However, schools and vehicular movements were exempted from the purview of the shutdown. The total shutdown was imposed following the Manipur government's public appeal notification on the resumption of public transport services along the Imphal-Kangkokpi Senapati and Imphal-Bishnupur-Churachandpur routes. Hundreds of Kuki-Zo women were seen congregating at Kamjipai, a strategic Kuki-Zo village in the fringe area of bordering Kangkokpi and Imphal West, to block any attempt to enforce the government's decision to restart public transport services. Addressing the media, NG Leung Kipken, spokesperson for the Committee of Tribal Unity, JioTV, reflecting the escalation tensions in Manipur, declared the Kuki-Zo community's unwavering opposition to what it deems a partisan and baseless government directive. He recalled that the Manipur government's order issued from Imphal mandates free vehicular movement from Imphal to Dimapur, a route the Kuki-Zo community has never obstructed by their actions, lambasting the directive as a deliberate attempt to vilify the Kuki-Zo community and undermine their struggle for separate administration. JioTV spokesperson NG Leung Kipken emphasized the order is not only unwarranted but preposterous. It serves no purpose other than to project a distorted narrative against the Kuki-Zo people, Kipken asserted. Kipken accused the state's chief minister of persistently attempting to derail the Kuki-Zo movement, stating in his fourth desperate attempt, the chief minister has sought to impose vilified and unfounded ideas upon us, further exacerbating the divide. Reaffirming their defiance, JioTV categorically rejected any order emanating from Imphal. Meanwhile, the Kuki in Cedar Hills has strongly opposed the Manipur government's recent directive to deploy Manipur State Transport MST buses in violence-affected areas amidst the ongoing Kuki-Zo-Meitei conflict. The Kuki NP criticized the move, calling it a reckless and insensitive attempt to restore public services without addressing the underlying political tensions. The Kuki NP argued the deploying MST buses under heavy security in such volatile regions ignores the ground realities and could escalate an already precarious situation. The Kuki NP warned that any incidents arising from this ill-conceived decision would place full responsibility on the state government. Instead of enforcing transportation services in conflict zones, the Kuki NP proposed alternative routes for MST operations, including Moirang, Imphal, Sekmai, Kamkipai, Kangkokpi, Tamenglong, Kamjipai, Kangkokpi Mau, Lamka, Sisipur, Songto, Lamka, Kakching, Imphal, Moirang, and Palen, Mure, Palen. The organization urged the government to prioritize addressing the political demands of the Kuki-Zo community and work towards lasting peace in the region. Deploying buses without resolving the root cause of the conflict will only worsen communal tensions, it stated.
In continuation of the 48-hour shutdown, which was announced by the all civil society organization in Kangkokpi, with effect from the 4th till the 5th, the Committee on Tribal Unity vehemently opposed the government partisan order for a free vehicular movement from Imphal to Dimapur, which was never disrupted by the Kuki-Zo community in a preposterous political discourse. In fact, the current incumbent chief minister have tried an attempt for the fourth time to scuttle the separate administration movement of the Kuki Zhou community by his vilified and unformed ideas imposed on us. We, the Kuki Zhou community, will never accept any order that stems from Imphal. Therefore, the Committee on Tribal Unity will impose a stringent measure of democratic form of protest until and unless the partisan government order for free passage of people or commercial goods from Imphal with escort is rescinded with immediate effect.
The residents living along the border areas of Meghalaya and Assam, particularly in the Sekubera region, which lies within the jurisdiction of Hima-Jirang, have been compelled to take shelter in bunkers to protect themselves from wild elephants. Wild elephants often venture into agricultural fields or hills to graze, causing trouble to residents. On Wednesday around 4 p.m, public witnessed several wild elephants attempting to enter farmlands to feed on crops grown by the local farmers. Local residents said wild elephants often roam in search of food, targeting crops on the hills and in the fields. As a result, the people are forced to seek shelter on the hills or in the plains in order to escape from these wild elephants. In light of the Assam government's recent move to ban the consumption of beef in restaurants and public spaces, Major Ravi, Vice President of the PJP in Kerala, has strongly voiced his opinion against the decision. He cautioned that such actions could send out a wrong message and urged for greater clarity on the definition surrounding beef and its source. Ravi emphasized that people should be free to make their dietary choices and said that if someone wants to eat beef, they should have the freedom to do so. It is essential to respect individual choices in matters of food. He also stressed that while cows are sacred in Hinduism and are worshipped by many, beef in many parts of India is derived from buffaloes and bulls, not cows.
News from Assam. It is quite BJP ruled country or state or whatever it is. Let me ask you something. First of all, you should understand what is beef and what is cow. Now, suddenly if we ban beef banning, this will give a wrong message to so many people. Unnecessarily, when these kind of things happen in Kerala, this Congress party and the Communist party have cut innocent cows. We have spoken about the beef. Beef is not cows. Cow is different and beef is different. Beef in India, there is a big export market which has been run by the maximum factories are in UP, this thing. If you ban all these things, okay, don't supply to the hotel and all that. That is actually equal to what is happening in Malappuram when side and all this thing. When the Ramzan is going on, Roja is going on, you will not open any hotels and you will not allow anybody, passengers also traveling by the road, they will not get a tea and all. That's all something fanatic. So we should not fall for these kind of things. And that is what is my opinion, because the Chief Minister shouldn't have said like this, ban beef from all the hotels. If somebody wants to eat, eat. Now there are, in Kerala or anywhere, you will get beef also, you will get pig also, pork also. That is a freedom of eating, like the freedom of speech. Whatever you feel like you eat. But then, cow is always a sentimental feeling for the Hindus. That animal we worship and all this thing, we agree that. Frankly speaking, I haven't seen any place where they have slaughtered cows. Beef is basically buffaloes and the bulls. So this is the, first of all, understand the difference between these things. Then you ban it. Otherwise, when you ban beef means, actually he might have meant for the cows. So this thing we should understand and not to give a wrong message to the public and create communal problems.
In an unusual protest, leaders of several India bloc parties wore black jackets with stickers reading Modi Adani AK and Adani Safe Hai on them and raised slogans on the Parliament promises to demand a joint parliamentary probe into the Adani issue. Congress MPs including Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and lawmakers of several other opposition parties like RJD and the left participated in the protest. The protest took place in front of the steps of Parliament's Makar Dwar and not on the steps leading to, as a Lok Sabha Secretariat Advisory and Speaker Hornbill had flagged the issue. The protesting MPs lined up in front of the Samvidhan Sadan and raised slogans against Modi and Adani there. The Congress and some other opposition parties have been demanding a Joint Parliamentary Committee at JPC probe following the indictment of Adani and other company officials in US court. The Congress has said that Adani's indictment vindicates its demand for a JPC investigation into the various scams involving the billionaire industrialist conglomerate.
आज आपने आप अपना ही इन्वेस्टिगेशन कराओगे कभी? आप करा सकते हो अपना इन्वेस्टिगेशन? इसलिए नहीं होगा। मोदी जी अडानी जी का इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं करा सकते क्योंकि अगर वो कराएंगे तो वो अपना ही इन्वेस्टिगेशन कराएंगे। तो बड़ी बात राहुल गांधी ने यहाँ बहुत बड़ी मोदी और अडानी एक है, दो नहीं है, एक है। तो देखिए राहुल गांधी।
Meanwhile, Union Minister Kiran Rijiju expressed his distress over the behavior of the opposition parties since the beginning of the winter session and said that the Parliament House is for debate and discussion and they are running around the Parliament House wearing colourful clothes. He also added that he was very upset with opposition parties.
I am very upset with the way in which the opposition parties have behaved, not only today, since the beginning of the winter session. When winter session Parliament has already begun and we have already decided in the Business Advisory Committee about the bills and other important matters like discussion on the Constitution has been decided. Why is this particular action, what we saw today, is being conducted by the Congress party and their allies? Why they are disrupting the proceedings of the House and creating drama outside, running around the Parliament building? Is it the way to conduct the House? Parliament House is for debate and discussion. And they are running around the Parliament House wearing colourful dresses. Is this the way? Today, some of our MPs raised very important issue regarding some of the design which were orchestrated by some group outside India and attacking on the sovereignty and the interests of the India's unity and integrity. And these are very serious matters. And these people are talking about some other irrelevant issues which is not connected with the government of India and raising issue and running around the parliament premises. Is this the way? I'm very upset with the opposition party.
So they were wearing black jackets and
That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.